There are nights in football when you feel it before the ball even starts rolling. At the Spotify Camp Nou, the air wasn't just loud, it was expectant. Barcelona weren't just playing another league match, they were carrying pressure, title pressure, momentum pressure, the kind of pressure that can either sharpen a team or expose it. Across from them stood Villarreal CF, organized, disciplined, dangerous on the break. The type of opponent that waits for one mistake and turns it into punishment. But this night wasn't going to be about mistakes. It was going to be about a statement. And at the center of it all was an 18-year-old who no longer plays like one, Lamine Yamal. From the opening minutes, Barcelona took control, not recklessly, not emotionally, methodically. The midfield dictated tempo, recycling possession, stretching Villarreal side to side. The plan was clear: widen the pitch, isolate defenders, create one-on-one situations on the wings. And every time the ball drifted right, you could feel the tension rise, because that's where Yamal was waiting. Minute 28. He receives the ball near the touchline, one defender in front of him. The stadium leans forward. A subtle drop of the shoulder, a quick touch inside. For a split second, the defender hesitates. And at this level, hesitation is fatal. Yamal shoots. Goal. The net ripples and Camp Nou erupts. It wasn't just the finish, it was the composure, the decision-making, the confidence of someone who already believes this stage belongs to him. Barcelona smelled blood. They pressed higher, won the ball back faster. Villarreal tried to regroup, compressing space centrally, but the width was killing them. The rotations between midfield and attack were fluid, almost rehearsed to perfection. Then came minute 37. The move starts on the left this time. A cross is half cleared. The ball drops inside the box. Chaos, bodies, reactions. But one player remains calm: Yamal. He adjusts his body like a seasoned veteran, places the ball beyond the goalkeeper, and suddenly it's 2-0. 2 goals. Complete control, and an 18-year-old running the show. At halftime, Barcelona looked untouchable. The rhythm was theirs. The confidence was visible. Villarreal had been suffocated, unable to establish consistent transitions. But football has a way of reminding you that control is fragile. 4 minutes into the second half, Villarreal struck. A quick transition, a momentary defensive lapse, a precise finish, 2-1. And just like that, the noise inside the stadium changed. Not panic, but tension. For 10 minutes, the match tilted. Villarreal pushed higher. Barcelona's passes carried a hint of urgency. The visitors believed. This was the moment that would define the night. Great teams react. Average ones hesitate. Under the guidance of Hansi Flick, Barcelona didn't rush. They slowed the game down. Short passes, controlled tempo. They absorbed the momentum instead of fighting it. And then they accelerated. Minute 69. The ball finds Yamal again on the right. The defender knows what's coming. The entire stadium knows what's coming. He cuts inside anyway. It's not explosive pace that beats the defender. It's balance, precision, timing. He creates half a yard. That's all he needs. Left foot, top corner, hat trick. For a second, there's disbelief. Then there's eruption. 3 goals. On a night that demanded leadership, the youngest player on the pitch delivered it. From that moment, Villarreal were finished. Not physically, mentally. Barcelona regained their dominance, circulating the ball with authority. Confidence flowed through every pass. The press returned, sharp and coordinated. And as the match drifted into stoppage time, one final reminder arrived. When the game stretches, when defenders tire, when lines open, there is one player who lives for that space: Robert Lewandowski. Minute 90 plus 1, a subtle movement between center backs, a perfectly timed run, a clinical finish, 4-1. It was experience sealing what youth had ignited. When the final whistle blew, the scoreboard told part of the story: Barcelona 4, Villarreal 1. But the real story wasn't just about 4 goals. It was about evolution. Tactically, Barcelona showed maturity. Width in attack, intelligent pressing triggers, emotional control after conceding. Mentally, they demonstrated resilience. They didn't crumble when momentum shifted. They recalibrated, and individually, a new hierarchy is emerging. Yamal is no longer a promising talent. He is becoming the reference point in attack. The player defenders fear. The player teammates look for. The player who changes matches. In a title race, nights like this echo loudly. Not because of the 3 points, but because of the message. Barcelona are not just winning games, they are building identity. And if this match becomes a turning point in the season, we'll look back at it as the night an 18-year-old didn't just score a hat trick. He took ownership of the spotlight. The future isn't knocking at the door anymore. It's already inside. And if this performance is a sign of what's coming next, the rest of the league has been warned, and that was Barcelona's statement night. A 4-1 victory. That was about more than just 3 points. It was about character, about control, about what happens when talent meets responsibility. This wasn't just Barcelona beating Villarreal. This was Barcelona announcing something. A new balance between experience and youth, between structure and freedom, between patience and explosion. And at the heart of it all, Lamine Yamal, not just scoring goals, not just entertaining, but deciding matches. If this is the direction Barcelona are heading in, then the title race just became even more interesting. Because nights like this don't just build momentum, they build belief. And belief wins championships. This was my full analysis of Barcelona versus Villarreal. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep football storytelling like this, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Subscribe if you're new here, because we break down the biggest matches with context, emotion, and tactical insight, not just highlights. And now, I want to hear from you. Is Lamine Yamal already Barcelona's most important player, or is it too early to say? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read them all. Until the next big night of football, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.